Hi, Assalamu alaikum, Surmi Salim with you and you are watching my nursing tutorial. Today's class is regarding ABG or arterial blood gas. Today we will be discussing regarding what is ABG, what are the indications of ABG, contraindications and which are the important sites of obtaining sample and interpretation of ABG. So if you are watching my videos for the first time, please subscribe, like, share to your friends and put your valuable comments below my video. We will go to the class. So what do you mean by ABG? ABG, it is arterial blood gas. So it is a test that is used for assessing the pH of arterial blood and the amount of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the blood. Okay. So what are the indications of ABG? As I told you earlier, this is a test. So that is used for diagnosis. Most commonly, it is used or it is helpful in the conditions like respiratory failure. And then the patient is on mechanical ventilator. How the patient responds to the ventilatory settings, we can assess through the ABG. And the other indication is the patient who is planned for weaning process. Then the patient, we can assess also the patient response to oxygen therapy. So these are the most common indications for obtaining an ABG. Now we will see what are the contraindications for ABG. As I told you earlier, there are some important sites which we can draw the blood. As this is the arterial sampling, we will be preferably taking radial artery, then brachial artery and femoral artery. The most easy and accessible site is the radial artery because we can check the collateral circulation. The collateral circulation means the circulation that is compensated by ulnar artery if the radial artery is having any thrombosis or any other complications due to ABG. So the most easy and accessible site is the radial artery. Other than that, we can choose also femoral artery and brachial arteries. So what are the contraindications? If the site have any infections or any burns, if there is an absent or a weak pulse, so we will not take ABG. Next, how we can obtain, as I told you earlier, through the arterial puncture or by placing an indwelling catheter in the artery. Next, what are the important components we are assessing in the ABG? See, mainly they are, first of all, pH. pH means this is the hydrogen ion, the measurement of hydrogen ion in the blood, arterial blood. So, the normal measurement or the normal pH of the blood is 7.35 to 7.45. The first component that we check in the ABG. Next is PaCO2 and the normal. PaCO2 means this is the partial pressure of carbon dioxide in the blood. That means we can tell that it is a measurement how much carbon dioxide is eliminated from the lungs or excreted from the lungs, and the normal partial pressure of carbon dioxide is 35 to 45 mm of Hg. This is very easy. So means pH is 7.35 to 7.45 and PaCO2 is 35 to 45. The values are same, so easy to by heart. What is the next component? PaO2. This is partial pressure of oxygen. That means the measurement of oxygen that is supplied to the blood through lungs, and the normal is 80 to 100 mm of Hg. Okay, and the next important component is bicarb, HCO3. So this is a metabolic component, okay, and this bicarb means it's a measurement of bicarbonate that is excreted and absorbed by the kidney, and the normal is 22 to 26 milliequivalent per liter. So these are the normal components that we are assessing in the ABG. I want all of you to scribble a note for these so that you don't want to find another time to learn about ABG. You can learn with me. So just by heart these normal values. Now we will go to how to interpret ABG. For interpretation of ABG, usually it is done by 3 steps. Okay. So the 3 steps are, first of all, identify the pH. So you know now what is the normal pH, 7.35 to 7.45. So the first step for interpretation is identifying the pH. Identify the pH. Okay. So as we told before, 7.35 to 7.45 is the normal range. If the range comes below 7.35, this is acidosis. Okay. Acidosis. And if the pH falls above 7.45, it is alkalosis. So very easy, right? So if the normal pH is 7.35 to 7.45 and if the pH value is less than 7.35, this is acidosis, and if the pH value is more than 7.45, it is alkalosis. Okay, so the first step we finish already. Next is the second step. For the second step, you want to by heart something. The second step of ABG interpretation is find out whether this is a cause of respiratory or metabolic. Get? So, identify the cause. Identify whether it is respiratory or metabolic. So, for that, just by heart, if there is any problem in the carbon dioxide, it will be increase or it will be decrease. This is respiratory. And if there is any variation in the bicarb, that is if the bicarb increase or decrease, this is metabolic cause. Okay, so first step you identify the pH, it is acidosis or alkalosis. In the second step you will be identifying whether it is a respiratory or a metabolic cause. So the 2 steps will be easily finished. Here in respiratory, just by heart, if your carbon dioxide level is more or if the carbon dioxide is more than 45 mm of Hg, the body will be more acidotic. Okay, and if the bicarb is more, bicarb will be above 26 milliequivalent per liter. Just by heart, it is alkaline. The body will be alkaline. Okay, so we will see with some questions. Okay, so pH 7.26, PaCO2 56, bicarb 24. So always when you do an ABG interpretation, it is better for you to put arrows up and down from the normal values so that it will be easy for you. So we will put also the same. First of all, what is the first step for identification or interpretation of ABG? Identify the pH. So here we will identify the pH first. So the normal pH is 7.35 to 7.45. So what is here? 7.26. That means decrease from the normal. So we will put an arrow down. Next is PaCO2. PaCO2 is varied here. What is the normal? 35 to 45. So as I told you before, when there is an acidosis, the carbon dioxide level in the body will be more or high. So we will put, obviously from the normal value, it is high also. So we will put an up arrow. Okay. And then the bicarb. Bicarb, what is the normal? 22 to 26. And here it is 24. So this is normal. So you can see this is a respiratory cause and this is a respiratory acidosis. So acidosis, and this is a cause of respiratory. And remember that in case of respiratory acidosis, always PaCO2 will be in the higher side. Okay. Next we will see what is respiratory alkalosis. Okay. Respiratory alkalosis by question. So 7.5 pH. PaCO2 will be 23 and the bicarb is 25. So we will again put the arrow. So 7.5 will be higher than the normal pH value and PaCO2 is decreased. So in alkalosis, I tell you before, carbon dioxide level will be low. So decreased, and the bicarb is 22 to 26. So this comes in normal range. So what is this? Respiratory alkalosis. So you can identify that when we do respiratory acidosis, the arrows were in opposite direction, and when we do respiratory alkalosis, the arrows are in opposite direction. So here comes a method called ROM method, which is easy for identifying or interpreting ABG. So we can learn that for respiratory conditions, the arrows will be always opposite. So we can learn that respiratory opposite. Okay. Next is metabolic. We will see with metabolic. Okay. Before I tell you also, in metabolic alkalosis, that means the bicarb will be always high if the body is base or alkaline. Okay. So we will see with question. 7.25 is the pH. PaCO2 is 35 and the bicarb is 12. Bicarb is 12. Okay. So we will put arrows. 7.25, that means less than the normal range. PaCO2 normal. And what about bicarb? 22 to 26. Here it is decreased. So here you can see the arrows are in same directions. Before we taught you that bicarb, if there is an increased amount of bicarb, the body will be alkaline. Okay. And here the pH is 7.25. That means acidosis. So this is acidosis. And which acidosis? The variation is in the component called bicarb. So this is metabolic acidosis. Metabolic acidosis, and you can see the arrows are in same direction. So we will see metabolic alkalosis also. So in metabolic alkalosis, the pH will be 7.6. Okay. PaCO2 is 38 and bicarb is 49. We will put again arrow. 7.6 means increase or up than normal value, and PaCO2 is normal. And what about bicarb? It is increased. So here you can see the arrows are same direction, and this is alkalosis or alkaline, and bicarb is increased. So this is metabolic. Metabolic. So this is metabolic alkalosis. So we finish with two steps. The first step is identifying the pH, which is acidosis or alkalosis. The second step is identifying whether it is a respiratory cause or a metabolic cause. And we taught also, or we learn also, in respiratory and metabolic, we can use a method called ROM method, in which respiratory will be opposite and metabolic will be equal. Okay. Next, here comes the third step of interpretation of ABG. That is the compensation. So compensation means whenever body has an imbalance in the homeostasis, the other systems will try to regulate it in a balance. That is called compensation. For example, in ABG, if you have any problem in the carbon dioxide, the kidney will regulate by decreasing or increasing the bicarb amount. That is called compensation. And this will be not usually occurring in all cases. It depends upon patient disease condition or the clinical status. I will help you to identify whether it is compensated or fully compensated or partially compensated or uncompensated. So how you can identify this? This can be done by some questions so that it will be easy for you to identify. First thing, to compensations, if compensation occurs, by heart this one, the pH will be in the normal range. So when the pH comes in normal range, how we will identify it as acidosis or alkalosis? For that, we will take a constant, like before we tell pH 7.35 to 7.45 is normal, right? And you will check in compensated ABGs, the pH will be normal as I tell you before. So we will take a constant like 7.4. Then we will find that if it is less than 7.4 up to 7.35, that means 7.35 to 7.4, we will consider this as slight acidotic. Okay, and when the pH value lies between 7.4 to 7.45, we will consider this as slight alkalotic. Get? So if the pH comes within the normal range and there is a compensation that takes place, we will see in next steps, this is considered as a compensated ABG. Okay. Then the partial compensated and fully compensated. See, partial compensated means the bicarb will increase or decrease according to the condition and the pH will not fall in the normal range. This is called partially compensated. Next one is uncompensated. Uncompensated means according to the change in the respiratory, the bicarb will always remain in the normal, means that is uncompensated ABG. Now I will make it clear for you with some questions. We will see one by one. Okay. So the pH. So the pH is 7.26. PaCO2 is 60. Bicarb 26. So we will put arrows as I told you before. This is less than the normal, PaCO2 increased than the normal, bicarb remains normal, 26 normal. So this one you can tell that this ABG is an uncompensated ABG because here PaCO2 is increased. If there is a compensation happens, means this is respiratory acidosis. For decreasing the acidosis, what should increase? The bicarb should increase. What the kidney will do? Kidney will increase the bicarb to compensate the acidosis. Whether it is done here? No. And the pH is also not in the normal range. So this ABG, we can tell that it is an uncompensated respiratory acidosis. You get? Next we will see the compensated or partially compensated. Okay. So partially compensated, pH 7.36, PaCO2 68 and bicarb 46. So we will put arrows. First step is identify acidic or alkaline. But here it comes in the normal range. But still we consider 7.4 as constant, and by checking with 7.4 and 7.35 we will consider this as acidosis. So acidosis and put arrow, acidosis, put arrow like this. Next is PaCO2. PaCO2 is very high, 68, and this is increasing from the normal 35 to 45. So this is respiratory. Next is the bicarb. See, bicarb also slightly increasing. That means here the kidney is trying to compensate with respiratory acidosis. So we can put arrow also, increasing. Okay. So by concluding this is opposite, that means this is a respiratory cause, and 46 means bicarb is trying to compensate the respiratory acidosis by increasing. That means by to be maintaining an alkalinity. And here you can see this is a compensated ABG in which what pH also coming to the normal. So this is a fully compensated respiratory acidosis. You get? Next one, partial compensation. Partial compensation means, I tell you before, the pH will not be in the normal range. That means pH is 7.1, PaCO2 is 70, bicarb is 50. So we will put again arrows. 7.1 means decreasing acidosis. Acidosis. PaCO2 increasing. So this is a respiratory cause. This becomes opposite direction. Bicarb is also increasing. That means the acidosis is trying to be compensated by increased bicarb level to maintain alkaline, okay, to bring alkaline in the blood. And if the pH lies in the or within the normal, we can tell that it is fully compensated. But we can tell this is compensating but not fully. That is partially compensated respiratory acidosis. Okay. Next. Hope you understand. Next we will go to metabolic. Okay. Now we will see for a metabolic. For metabolic causes, whether it is compensated, partially compensated or uncompensated. First of all, we will see an uncompensated metabolic acidosis. Okay. So the pH here is 7.26, PaCO2 will be 35 and bicarb will be 18. So we will put arrows. So 7.26 means less than the normal range, so we will put down arrow, and PaCO2 is normal and bicarb is decreasing. So that means this is a metabolic cause and there is no compensation takes place. So this is completely metabolic what? Acidosis. Okay, this is an uncompensated metabolic acidosis. Next we will see a partially compensated metabolic acidosis. So the pH is 7.26, PaCO2 is 26, bicarb 18. Okay, here the pH is low, so this is acidosis again. This is less than the normal range, so decreased, and bicarb is also less than the normal range, and the arrows are same direction, so this is a metabolic. So metabolic acidosis, and here the PaCO2 is less. That means CO2, I tell you, if it is increased, it is acidosis. That means here it is decreased. That means the body wants to be in the basic side or alkaline side, so the lungs is compensating. Okay, so this is metabolic acidosis. Whether it is fully compensated or partially compensated, the pH is still not in the normal range. That means this is a partially compensated metabolic acidosis. Get? Next is fully compensated. Fully compensated acidosis we will see. Okay. So the pH is 7.36 and PaCO2 is 24. Bicarb is 20. We will put arrows again. So we will consider here constant 7.4. So from the 7.4 to 7.35, this is acidosis, and we will put downward arrow. We will write acidosis. Then PaCO2 is decreasing from the normal range, and bicarb is also decreasing from the normal range. And we will see the arrows that is in same direction. So this is a metabolic acidosis. Metabolic acidosis. And the metabolic acidosis is compensated or trying to compensate? Yes, by decreasing the amount of PaCO2 by the lungs. And we will see it is fully compensated or partially compensated by seeing the pH. So pH is in the normal range. That means this is a metabolic acidosis, that is fully compensated. So you can tell this is a fully compensated metabolic acidosis. Get? So these are the important things you have to learn for interpreting ABG. So today this is same like metabolic alkalosis also. So now you learn what is ABG, what are the indications of ABG, what are the contraindications for obtaining sample, then what are the important sites for taking sample for ABG, what is the easy and accessible site, radial artery, and what is the test that is done before obtaining sample from radial artery, Allen's test. Then we learn what are the normal components of ABG, pH, partial pressure of carbon dioxide, partial pressure of oxygen and bicarb. Okay. Then we learn how to interpret ABG. Then what are the steps of interpreting ABG? First of all, identify the pH. Identify whether it is acid or alkaline. What is the second step? Identify whether it is respiratory or metabolic. The easy method is wrong method. Respiratory will be opposite and metabolic will be equal. By putting arrows, it will be easy for you. Next, the third step is we identify whether it is compensated or uncompensated first. Then if compensated, again we will check it is fully compensated or partially compensated. We will see two questions also. We will solve two questions or interpret two questions. So the first example is pH 7.25, PCO2 60, PO2 75 and bicarb 62. You put arrows up and down according to the normal. The pH is 7.25, so it is less than the normal and we put downward arrow. The PCO2 is more than the normal, so with upward arrow. And PO2 is 75. PO2 we learned in the starting of the class. This is the partial pressure of oxygen and the normal will be 80 to 100 and here it is 75. So this is mild hypoxia. Then bicarb 62. So from this, looking at the arrow, we can conclude that this is respiratory acidosis and we want to know that it is compensated. For that, see the bicarb. The bicarb is increasing here. That means the body is trying to compensate. Now we want to see that it is partially compensated or fully compensated. For that, check the pH. The pH is not in the normal range. That means this is partially compensated. So what is the answer here? The answer is partially compensated respiratory acidosis with mild hypoxemia. Okay, we will see next. Next question. pH 7.36, that means lies in the normal but we will consider as slightly acidosis. Then PCO2 29, less than the normal, downward arrow. PO2 65, mild hypoxemia and bicarb is 16, that means downward, less than the normal. So what is the answer here? Fully compensated, because this lies within the normal range of pH. Fully compensated and the arrows are same direction. So metabolic acidosis with mild hypoxemia. So I hope you understand my class and you will be solving all the answers. If you have any doubts, put comments below the video. So thank you. So that's all about. Thanks for watching my channel. Please subscribe if still you didn't subscribe my channel and keep supporting. Assalamu alaikum.